Bud Light is back with yet another horrible attempt to save their brand, to save their company, but this ad is going to fail big time and has already failed big time in terms of correcting the decline, in terms of correcting the drop, which has spun out after their full-throated endorsement of trans activist Dylan Mulvaney. Now, Bud Light is well known to have put out that commercial to put out the information starring Dylan Mulvaney. It is well known that there's been a backlash, a large drop, with some analysts saying it is a permanent 25% loss. But this latest ad that just came out just shows how far Bud Light will go without issuing a formal apology, without retracting their statements, and without retracting their position supporting these woke policies. And it's very interesting the mainstream media's take on this ad, which we'll talk about today. But as always, I am Andrew Esquire, American attorney, specifically Florida attorney, over here in Asia. And this is the Legal Mindset, where we help you be your own judge. So I'm going to let you guys just be your own judge on this commercial yourselves. This is a very short commercial. It is entitled Backyard Grunts. So I want you guys to be your own judge here. Make sure you guys understand, hey, is this a good commercial? Is this a bad commercial? I'll let you guys decide and let me know in the comments. But here we go with this particular commercial, which just came out. So this commercial here that I'm playing a second time, this commercial is intended to counteract the bad, the decline after Dylan Mulvaney without issuing an actual apology. And I think this could not be a more perfect, cringeworthy ad to really demonstrate how far Bud Light has fallen. Because what we see here is really nothing, right? They're thinking that a series of grunting dudes in the backyard is enough for us to forget about what they did, forget about what they endorsed, and forget about what they still haven't retracted, what they still haven't pulled back upon, right? They still have not come back and said, you know what, we're not into this, we're not supporting this, we're not taking sides, we're not getting involved, we're not supporting the agenda. No, they haven't done that at all. All they want to do is put a couple grunting dudes in a backyard, and that's going to fix everything. Guys, nobody is falling for this. Nobody is buying this. And certainly people aren't buying that this is a apology, because you can see, and we see here, that actually more businesses are shutting down, more Bud Light affiliates, that is Bud Light contractors, are actually shutting down because the volume has dropped. So there's a report, and this report was out very recently, that 2 bottling plants are shutting down. So a major contractor for Anheuser-Busch, which is the specific group, the RDOG group, they're actually based out of, their headquarters is in Europe, but they have a lot of plants in the United States because obviously, hey, it's cheaper to run things in America, right? So they're shutting down 2 of its glass production plants. These plants are in South Carolina and Louisiana. And the shutdowns, right, are coming after they not just had this slide in sales, but they haven't been able to correct it with any of these commercials. So the Clydesdale commercials haven't worked. The, kind of red, white, and blue America commercial they're trying to play with buzzwords like veterans and heartland, that didn't work. The grunts have failed now. So none of these have had a significant uptick or really slowed the decline to be able to get production back online, to be able to get them back shipping. In fact, people are saying it's going to go even further. It's going to be a permanent 25% loss. I'm thinking it may be even more than that. Could be 30, 40, 50% loss permanently for Bud Light. And I think this is fantastic. And what I want to focus on here, and this article focuses on a little bit, but I've listened to a lot of mainstream media and a lot of other influencers really bring this up, and I want to kind of key home on this, is a lot of these articles and newscasters, they'll focus on the employees. They'll say, oh, look, they're laying off employees. So they mentioned 600 employees being laid off. I actually saw another article that said 750 employees laid off. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to say, okay, you need to feel bad for Bud Light. And you need to go back and buy Bud Light, because if you don't buy Bud Light, people are going to be fired. They are trying to shame you into supporting their agenda. This is what the elites have been doing for a long time. They've been saying, hey, you either support our agenda, you get on the page, or we're going to cut your business. We're going to fire you. There has to be a point at which we say, no, principles must stand. Look, yes, there are people that are going to lose their jobs for this, but they're working for a corporation which does not care about them. And if these employees truly are from the heartland and they truly care, and the employer cared about them and cared about their beliefs, they wouldn't put out something like these pride bottles over here, or trans activism, which is something that is only really supported by a very, very slim minority of people in America. They wouldn't go and adopt these agendas that go against probably the majority of their workers in South Carolina and Louisiana. They're trying to make us feel super bad about this, and they've been doing this consistently, saying, look, these plants are going to have to close, people are going to lose their jobs, people are going to be cut off. Well, listen, if you're working for a woke corporation, whether you're a contractor or whatever else, you have to understand your days are numbered and those days are coming. And yeah, it's painful. Yeah, it hurts. But hey, these woke corporations have to go before they can be replaced by something better. It does have to get worse, unfortunately, before it gets better. And I know that's cold comfort, but that's just the way things are. And as always on this channel, I'm here to talk about the facts. I'm not here to blow smoke and say it's all going to be rosy and everybody's going to be fine and it's going to be peachy keen. No. Employees at these corporations are going to get cut. They are going to get fired. But I think in the long run, especially in the context of looking at America as a whole, I think this will be a good thing to give pushback against corporations for making unnecessary political statements, and certainly adopting radical positions which are out of line with the majority of most Americans. Guys, let me know what you know and what you think about this in the comments. Do you feel bad about the plant closure? Do you like the ad? I mean, are you a fan of backyard grunting? Did that convince you to buy Bud Light? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you want to smash the like button and also subscribe to the channel, I hope that this has earned your subscription. And thank you so much for getting me to 100,000 subscribers. It is, as always, much appreciated. Until next time, guys, catch you later.